Alright, hello folks, this is Samir the Knight, and welcome back to another live stream. We'll be starting here in just a moment. Starting a little early today. And I just want to get straight into it because Fan Festival is today. And I want to get whatever I want to get done today, and I didn't stream in the middle of the week because I had to work on Wednesday, and I didn't stream on Tuesday or Thursday like I was planning initially, so yeah, I want to get started here. Oh wow, it's not sure what's up with that. Okay, anyway, so why don't we just get right into it. So today I was planning to do like some of the side content stuff first, but looking at what the stuff I want to do, we've gotten most of the side stuff done. That's at least that's available to me, and I want to start working on Shadowbringers at the beginning of next month. Now I don't know how quickly I can get to that, but let me bump this. I'm not hearing the music. Is this thing loud enough? There it is. That's okay. I wasn't hearing it. So I want to start Shadowbringers soon, or at least the beginning of next month. And the way I look at it, I can get the main story stuff done by the end of the month if I do every patch worth of stuff per day. At this point, or every day that I have the main story scheduled, so like Mondays and Fridays, if you look at my schedule. So today I'm hoping to get through the rest of the Legend Returns quest line of the main story, which is patch 4.1, and the quests that were included with that patch. And we've already started on a bunch of that, which we ended up last time with the last quest, which was finishing the dungeon that we had done. So I want to get going on with more in that story today. Before we do that, though, I want to talk about what's going on here, which is the Fan Festival, which I already kind of mentioned earlier, right? The Fan Festival is today, and in conjunction with that, they're having an event very similar to the last one, where they had the Moogle, where you run dungeons to get tokens, and the tokens you can turn in for goodies. So it's very similar to last time, and whoa, I am lagging. What is up with that? So I don't know why I was lagging there. I already kind of determined what things I want, and I've run a couple dungeons already today. But this is available now. You can take a look at some of this stuff. There's a you can look on Final Fantasy's website. But more importantly, this is to celebrate the Fan Festival, which is starting today, and will also be tomorrow. And they're expecting a whole lot of information to be kind of dumped about Endwalker that we've got teased a bit of during the event like 2 months ago when Endwalker was first announced. So looking forward to that. I'll definitely be watching that myself. So yeah, something to keep in mind. I'll be farming that myself to get some of the mounts. The Blissful Komui I already have, so really I only have the 3 other mounts to do, and I definitely want to get these 2, which are emotes, and then these 2, which are like additional hairstyles and things like that. So I haven't looked to see if I have those already, because a lot of the stuff you can get from other sources. Minions, you can get those from other things. I don't care. I don't really play the triple triad game. A lot of these gears you can pick up like this. The Scalig stuff is from the dungeon I just did, or we did last time. So like I don't know why this is here. You can just run the dungeon and get them. These you can get from doing the Centaurian seals. I was looking at that myself earlier because this is one of the things I actually wanted to get, and I mentioned before, like, oh, I was just looking for things for glamour. This is one of the things I actually wanted because I was like, oh, this looks really cool, and it'd be really cool for a paladin because take a look at this. Where's that blue that I liked? That's storm blue. Wait, maybe it was storm blue. Yeah, I think like that. For a paladin, I think that would look really, really, really nice. Or maybe in the royal blue. So yeah, I don't know. That's it. I'm not gonna worry about the rest. And the rest is just like housing stuff, which I don't have a house. Platinum cards, magic crystals, which are useless. So yeah, if you are playing Final Fantasy XIV, definitely jump on that. The event starts today and it'll go on for 2 weeks, I believe. So by the end of the month, which I believe, and it's I think people are thinking that the next patch will come out by that point as well, which will be part 2 of the current group of quests, which is like Death Unto Dawn, whatever it was. That's the name of the patch cycle is called. So the patch, like I mentioned earlier, that we're dealing with today is patch 4.1, which is called Return of the Legend, right? So that's hence the name of the title of the stream today. So why don't we head over to... That is not why I'm here, and we just get started here. I want to try my best to get through all of these story quests today. We'll have to see how far we can get. The Legend Returns. Yeah, so we're like a few quests into that. We have a few more. I have a list of all the quests here. We have like maybe we're on the Butcher's Blood, so we have another 8 quests to do. So not too much. All right, give me 1 second and we'll get started. All right, so last we left off with this, we were investigating the dungeons underneath the Alamegan castle, because that we're thinking the hoard of treasure that the Mad King had kept for himself would be under there, along with all the abominations that we've heard about that he used to get rid of his political opponents and family members, and duly use them as a means to protect the lost treasure as well. So we managed to find it at the end of all the dungeon there. So we'll see how things turn out here. The goal is to use those goods for the benefit of Alamigo. So let's see what Alfino and Arnvold have to say about that, and what next is going to be done. First Justinian and now Arnvold. It would seem there is much amusement to be had at my expense. Honestly, I might as well go adventuring with Alice, eh? Well, you're easy to mess with, Alfino. You are a kid after all, so... He's still grinning at Alfino's discomfort. All joking aside, we must tell people the good news, and I think Lise should be the first. Seconded. There's to be a meeting of representatives from across Alamigo, so she is sure to be in the city. Shall I meet her out, or seek her out? Yeah, let's go find Lise and tell her the good news. All right, Lise. Lise, always a pleasure to see you. Even though you're not the leader of Alamigo for that. Oh, you three look pleased with yourselves. What you been up to? I'm glad you asked, Lise, and I'm pretty sure you're going to like the answer. Here's all the stuff that we found out. And it's freaking amazing. You're joking. The Mad King's Trove? I thought it was a myth. So did plenty of people, but they didn't have Samir and Alfino in the party. The credit for finding it should really go to them. As for what to do with it all, I vote that it goes towards alleviating the suffering of all Amigos poor. Gods, if there's as much as you say. Arvel did not exaggerate, I assure you. We cannot hope to carry even a fraction of it on our own. I have taken the liberty of sketching out a rough map of the ruins. If you will assemble a squad of your most trusted freedom fighters, they should be able to follow the route to where the treasure lies. Understood. I'll make sure every coin is accounted for, and that goes for the spending of it as well. Thank you. Oh, there's one other thing. When the time comes to draw up a plan on distributing the spoils, I would ask that you consult Alfino. I don't have a head for details. I'm not educated. I see that simply handing over a sack of gills won't solve it. I'll solve everything, but I could rightly tell you what to do instead. But I couldn't tell you what to write. Yeah. Oh, I know the feeling. I'd welcome any advice you can give us, Alfino. Of course, I should be at your disposal. Commander, we've got a problem. Uh-oh. Deep breaths. Tell me what's happened. A mob's gathered outside headquarters, and they started making demands. You best come and see for yourself. I guess it's just the people itself. Yep. Okay, they're upset.
Step back, all of you!
Minago!
Like hells we will! We know who you've got in there!
Oh?
We're not leaving till you hand her over!
Oh, is it
Bring
her?
her out! Bring her out!
It's Fordola, isn't it?
What's going on? Someone let slip about Fordola.
It's true then! The bitch really is in there! I knew it! I bloody knew it! We demand vengeance! Bring her out! Today we butcher the butcher!
No. That's not how we do things.
Come on, you don't mean that! We'd be no better than the Imperials if you'd all just calm down! Calm down! That monster and her thrice damned skulls dragged my man from our home and beat him to death in the street!
This is expected.
Aye, and my dad! That bitch has spilt enough blood to fill a lock!
Oof.
We all know her crimes. She's a traitor and a murderer. How many of your resistance friends have died at her hands, eh? And here you are, protecting her!
So that's what all the fuss is about.
Raubahn? Ooh.
Hearken to me, brothers and sisters of Alamigo.
Oh, please help us save the day, Raubahn. Raubahn is the...
Hey, who's this?
That's the Bull of Alamigo.
My friends, you are not alone in your anger, your grief, your despair, for it is mine as well.
You have to acknowledge it. That's the first step. Acknowledge their pain.
That gnawing pain in your breast, it is enough to bring an old bull to his knees. But I ask you, brothers and sisters, to think not only of the family and friends who were cut down before your very eyes, but to think also of the ones who were abducted, the ones who may yet live. Where were they taken? What became of them? These questions demand answers.
There you go. Perfect.
I share your thirst for justice, for vengeance.
But you cannot be blinded.
We will gain only fleeting satisfaction if we give in to our base appetites. We will never know the truth. Now is the time that we, the people of Alamigo, must decide what manner of nation we will build for ourselves and for generations yet unborn. When they look to our example, will they see a people who held fast to their principles, or one who cast them aside when tried? I say to you, it is our responsibility to give these prisoners a fair trial, that they might answer to all of Alamigo. The Garleans called us savages, and I'll be damned if we prove them right.
Yeah, that's great. Raubahn just saved your ass, Lise. You're gonna have to learn a thing.
I do, but I can't.
It'll be all right. Lise, you have to learn a lot from Raubahn. Seriously. It's not a bad thing. I don't mean that in a bad, negative way at all. It's just like, he's not a born leader, but he's been leading for a long time. Lisa's still relatively new to all this, so very glad to have him on board to help in any way. I think I see why this is called The Legend Returns. It's Raubahn finally returning to Alamigo proper, since this is where he comes from. After 20 years of Imperial rule, it is no surprise that people would seek a target for all the pent-up rage and grief. Only wish I knew the solution. Thank the gods General Alden arrived when he did. Any later and we would have had a riot on our hands. Fordola and her skulls may have aspired to be Imperial citizens, but they were born Alamigan. To their countrymen, they are traitors of the worst kind. The Butcher had much to answer for, but to simply drag her from her cell and slaughter her on the streets, General Alden is right. Yeah, no. Can't do that. We have to be better than them. My thanks, Raubahn. Listening to their anger, I could feel myself being swept away. 'Tis a difficult tide to stem. It was that same rage which brought us to our feet and carried us to victory. But now the war is over. All that unspent fury is being channeled into vengeance. Aye, and it's not just here. Reports of mobs forming all over. They've been targeting folks known to have cooperated with the Garleans. It starts with insults most often, then someone picks up a stone. Some industrious souls even thought to seek out the graves of Xenos and his officers. It was grim. I want to build a country where everyone, regardless of race or origin, can live side by side in peace. But maybe the time isn't right. Maybe people just aren't ready. But that doesn't mean I'm not gonna try. The representatives will be here soon, and I'll be damned if I'm gonna give up before I've even begun. Who are these representatives exactly? Village elders, refugee leaders, and the like. It wouldn't be right for us to dictate the nature's future on our own, so we plan a summit of sorts. We've even invited the Ananta and the Kirkin to participate. Alamigo stands at a crossroads, and this meeting will decide which path it takes. The matter of Fordola's sentence cannot be suffered to disrupt proceedings. Then let's execute her and be done with it. She herself asked to be put to death. Nago, I've already explained how we wouldn't do that. Sending her to the gallows might satisfy people right now, but where would it end? Should we round out every other who collaborated, and everyone who didn't resist? There'd be no one left, and it'd be no better than the Theodoric and Xenos. And thank you for the weather change. Yeah, that's very important. Don't be like Theodoric, the Mad King, and don't be like Xenos. Begging your pardon, but might I be allowed to speak with Fordola? Only I caught a glimpse of her past, a moment of it anyway, during the fight. She's done terrible things, unforgivable things. But in some ways, she's a victim of the circumstances in which she was born, and that's something I can understand. Alright, speak with the prison guard when you're ready, and I'll come and join you. I want to talk to her too. I'll return to my other duties then. We've barely begun to investigate the facility where they gave Fordola her powers. Be fairly warned, friends, she will test you. Don't let your emotions color your judgment when she does. Yep. Oh, right. Should probably switch over to a class that I can use to complete the quests. Huh. I think it's best if I stay outside and keep watch for troublemakers. After what that woman did to Mefred and Commander Kemp, I'd struggle not to throttle her. Yeah. Commander Kemp wasn't done. Oh, wait, she did. Yeah, she did. Speak to guard, and we'll all go in together. I've no great wish to say for Fordola, even if I could. But there's more to her than meets the eye, I'm sure of it. If you will have me, I have a mind to attend this interview as well. Yeah, of course, let's go. You've the commander's permission to enter, then. Yep, let's see what Fordola has to say.
So many visitors. Come to have a good laugh, have you?
Nothing of the sort.
Or do you mean to put me out of my misery? To finish what you started? It's about bloody time.
Don't get ahead of yourself.
That's not why we're here, no. Do you remember what I said? How I promised you you'd live long enough to see us win our freedom. Well, I meant it. And not to mock you either.
You're wasting your time. All of this is pointless! There's no reason to keep me alive, and you know it! I killed your men. I killed my men. And you know what my only regret is? That I didn't kill you when I had the chance!
That's a lie, and you know it. You think we can't tell what you're trying to do? That we're blind?
Yeah, you're a fool, but you're not stupid. You're ruthless. Relentless. You'd give up anything and everything to get what you want.
Gonna hit her home.
You didn't come this far, climbing over the bodies of your own brothers and sisters just to piss it all away. I see you, Fordola. I see you for what you are.
And the echo hits me. Arnvold also has the echo, just as a reminder, so it's not as powerful as me, and how hard it hits me, but he mentioned earlier he's seen her pass, right? That's what he was talking about. I get more glimpses of it than he does, at least, apparently. That's what the discussion point was.
Come along, Fordola. We mustn't be late. The Imperial Viceroy will be attending today's banquet.
Okay.
All right! Father, what's Lord Gaius like? Is he nice? Are you friends?
Guys from Belzar. Okay.
There you go again with all your questions. Lord Gaius is a great and honourable man who looks after all of Alamigo. He's very busy, and if we don't hurry, we'll miss our chance to see him.
He's not nice. That's not the thing I would use to describe him, but sure. The only thing good about him in terms of...
Tin-head lovers.
Yep, okay, so these are the people who, This is occupied Alamigo at this point.
Father, what did that man call us?
There are people who are at least trying to get on the good side of the Garleans, at least, so...
The little tin-head lover doesn't know what she is, eh? A traitor, sweetheart. A backstabbing bitch who'd gladly betray her kith and kin to gnaw on what few scraps the Imperials deign to toss her. Like your bastard father and whore mother.
Oh, shit.
That's not true! My parents are good people! They've never done anything like that!
Oh. Don't make me have feelings for Fordola here, come on.
Oh, but they were quick to help themselves and their bitch spawn, weren't they? You're just as guilty as them.
Fordola!
Traitors!
Please, you have to do something. My husband and daughter are in danger.
Soldiers of the Imperial Army are under no obligation to intervene in the disputes of arm.
We're citizens. We have rights.
Yeah, they're...
I'm scared.
It's all right. It's all right. They don't understand, but they'll see in time. They'll see that this is the only way to survive. Traitors! Traitors!
Good on him, though, for protecting her Fordola, though. Oh.
Let the savages have their fun. They'll be more compliant once they've tired themselves out.
That's probably Nalamegan himself there, too. He's just like, God damn it. He's being forced to. He's been conscripted, most likely. Can't do shit about it. Okay, a different memory. She seems to be a little older here.
Fordola, please. You already have citizenship. Why would you want to become a soldier? Oh, gods. What have you done to your face?
Forgotten it already, have you? I'm honoring Father's memory.
Oof, okay. She can tell that she's already pissy at this point.
That you're no better than a common savage.
Am I though, Mother? Are any of us? Can't you see? Citizenship means nothing to them. If you're not a pure-blood Garlean, you're no different from any other savage.
The face
So I'll
paint?
play the part. I'll join the Legion and I'll make them respect me. And when the mob see that, they'll think twice before throwing their stones.
So that's why she wears the face paint. Interesting. Okay.
Ansfrid, Rudolph, Emlyn. It's time.
These people... Oh, she killed these people, too. They were part of the people that she was part of her crew. God damn it. Okay. Yeah, wow. Interesting.
It'll be hard. Humiliating. They'll try to break us. Send us crawling back to our own kind. But we won't, no matter what. We'll bleed for them, die for them if we have to. We'll do whatever it takes to be free!
Act between comrades, really. I guess the father died there from that stone. Wasn't explicitly mentioned, but yeah, you can infer that. That initial, memory must have,
So, you mean to play the part one last time, eh? The unrepentant traitor whose death will serve to unite the people? You had every chance to kill yourself. Fashion a noose from your clothes. Wait for the guards to leave you alone long enough to slip it over your neck.
I said shut up!
Why am I game
But
lagging?
then it would have all been for nothing, wouldn't it? Whatever it takes. That's what you said.
Been in my head, have you? Had a little peek at my past?
Not intentionally, but
A few stolen memories tell you everything you need to know, do they? Don't you dare patronize me! You don't know a god's damned thing about the life I've led! The bastards that killed him. The bastards that let it happen. My father deserved better! I swore I'd do whatever it took to make them pay!
wait, are we getting another? Dias? Wait, is she looking at my memories? She does have the echo now, somewhat.
You. All that power. All that pain. It's too much. Too much for anyone.
Everything that I've been through? Me as the player? No, not the... as the Warrior of Light.
The things they've done to you. The lies. The betrayal. The endless fighting. Yet there you stand. Unbroken. How?
Yeah, she just totally glimpsed my past up to this point. Wow. For those I have lost, and for those I yet can save.
Damn you. Damn you all.
That phrase has been a very recurring thing.
You still have time, Fordola. Think about how you want to spend it. Let's go.
Very interesting conversation, though. That was very intriguing. I will say that much. All that for one quest. Hey, these kind of quests where they have a really good story, I live for these ones specifically. They're so good. But damn, the fact that she was able to see my memories, wow. Sorry about that. I let my emotions get the better of me. It's just that she and I are of an age, and we are neither of us one thing or another. I can't help but feel like she's my problem to solve. The capacity to experience such visions of the past had always seemed to me to be a most desirable talent, but I see how now that it is as much a burden as a blessing. I don't know that we solved anything exactly, but we've given Fordola something to think about at least. And I found something new to think about too. I don't know about you, Samir, but the visions only came to me every now and then. From the way Fordola wins, though, I get the feeling she's having them almost all of the time. That's a lot of bad memories to deal with. I wonder. Could there be some fundamental difference between the one who was born with the echo and one who has been artificially imbued with it? Well, the immortal flames have been scouring the research facility ever since the liberation. There's a chance they may have some answers for us. General Allen's there overseeing the investigation. Let's go and pay him a visit, shall we? Yeah, I'm very curious to see what how this whole echo thing even happened to begin with. Like, it's super surprising that they managed to even pull that off, you know? Will do. Oh, we're back here again. Oh, we got some Ironworks people here too. Let's talk to some folks while we have a chance here, because most likely we'll not be coming into this place very often. So many oh. Oh! I did not notice that. Were these all people they experimented on? Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Holy f... There's more back there. How many people did they experiment on? Fuck. Ugh. They should burn this place to the ground and be done with it. No, we need to know what they were doing. Unfortunately. Holy shit, though. I'm glad to see that there's an Ironworks person here, though. We received a request from the Alliance to analyze these devices, and I've been recording everything of interest. Good. There's someone up here I saw, but... Okay. Seeing this facility, I'm reminded of what they did to Kryl. Yeah. We didn't get a full answer of what they actually did to her, but I imagine they used her to kind of get the echo perfected in Fordola, I guess, maybe? Because she has the echo too, so... Come on, let's talk to Raubahn. Hey Raubahn, what do you got for us? What news? You spoke with Fordola, I take it? As expected, she didn't say very much, but it wasn't a total waste of time. Ironville noticed something odd about her. He thinks she might be having visions almost constantly, which is not how the echo normally works. Haven't you found anything here which might explain why it's so different for her? We've been hard-pressed to just organize the research materials, let alone study them. To be frank, I'd welcome the science expert assistance if you have time to lend a hand. He's gonna go talk to Alfie now? Or, oh, just us, kinda. Bring whatever you can discover, I'll put all the findings together. Okay, there's this Magitech pod. I'll just do it from down here, I don't have to go all the way down. Or up to it. The device in which Kryl was being held seems even more ominous now you know its purpose. The surrounding pods are marked supply subject, while this one bears the label master subject. Interesting. Again, okay, it's kind of, I think it's going towards what I was thinking, right? She had the echo. Were they trying to replicate it? Like, use her as a master? Like, okay, this is the source. This is how it should look like. You know, I'm just kind of thinking like coding terms. The Ironworks received the requests from last... did you notice the labeling? All the pods are designed to drain the aether of the occupant, save the one right here. Unlike the others, the interior's been fitted with an array of sensors to measure etheric waveforms. To a purpose, however, I couldn't tell you. They were measuring Kryl. Measuring her etheric waveforms, basically. So they can etherically measure what the eco really is, you know? Idle conversation prohibited. Eating and drinking prohibited. The fallen scrap portion appears to list facility regulations, but nothing of any interest. Okay. So many bodies, each one of them a victim of these experiments. If you show any signs of external injury, from what we've been able to determine, they perished from forcible aether extraction. Such a miserable way to die. Okay, so the supply ones, they were extracting aether from people, but the master was just analyzing. So I'm not entirely sure what that means just yet, but maybe they'll elaborate here shortly. I know little and less of science, so any light you can shed on this facility's operations would be appreciated. Samir, shall we start with you? Well, this is what I found out. So I get the gist is like they're taken in combination with the testimonies of Kryl and Thancred. I do begin to see exactly what the Imperials were attempting here. The enhancement procedure entailed infusing a single candidate with aether and siphoned from multitudes of supply subjects. Okay, so they were actually not just censoring her, but they were infusing it. Okay. As for the master subject, in this case Kryl, the patterns of her etheric activity would provide... Oh. Okay, so no. Let me just read this here. The pattern of the etheric activity would provide the model upon which they could artificially engineer the candidate's aura. In other words, they were trying to recreate Kryl's echo. I believe so. Which would explain our prisoner's present state. Kryl is possessed of an unrivaled ability to hear the whispers of the soul, and it seems probable that the procedure engendered the same acute sensitivity in Fordola. The soldiers who guard Fordola, many of them lost friends and family to the skulls. And there's a sentry at her door, night and day, and she can't help sensing their thoughts and seeing their past. That's probably why she gets the thing every so often, yeah. But you don't just see their past, you live it. All the emotions, all the pain. Imagine what it'd do to you. You'd never be the same again. Indeed, as you may recall, Yuseli was completely transformed by a single glimpse of Hisraga's past. Yusil. She didn't... Oh wait, she did have the echo, that's right. I forgot about that. And we saw Hisraga's past. That's right, I forgot about that. That was a huge turning point for her. Yeah. Fordola has been forced to experience the agony of those who live lives she had destroyed. The guilt must be unbearable. That explains her request to be executed. Sounds to me like a kind of justice. Regardless, she can suffer on for now. We have more pressing matters to consider. If the results of these experiments have been relayed back to Garlemald, there will be naught to stop the Empire from repeating the trick. They could give the echo to anyone, to an entire legion, right? So, they're gathering the aether from multiple people and shoving it into whatever person they were trying to use the aether. So or give the aether to. In this case, Fordola, right? And then just using the master as a template for like how it should look like. Which is crazy. So make the person stronger and base it off of, whatever template, really. We must be ready. We must learn all we can of these godforsaken procedures. And Fordola remains our best source of information. So not be gathering her wish. Not yet. Right. Keep faith, lass. If you're to convince the others to follow you, you must believe what you're telling them. People will respond to passion, but not if it's feigned. I understand. Thank you, General. We should leave the flames to it. Let's go. Very interesting. That's for sure. The forcible extraction of aether from a living subject is invariably fatal. How many died that Fordola might gain her new abilities? I've never known why I was given the echo, but this makes me want to put it to good use. I go looking for answers about the echo and end up getting schooled on by Raubahn. Yeah, more evidence that I don't know what I'm doing. It's no wonder people listen to him and not me. General Otto is a veteran of countless campaigns, Lise. You cannot compare yourself to a commander of his experience. I know, but I also know that I couldn't have convinced that mob to give up and go home. It makes me realize how much we rely on his authority, how much I still have to learn. I was just saying the same thing earlier. I wonder what he'll do when everything here is settled. I mean, it's his homeland. After going through the trouble of winning it back, might he not want to stay? It's a quandary which countless refugees now face. To continue the life they built in Ul'dah, or start again in the land of their birth. Pippin, Samir, a moment. Oh my god, why am I lagging? What is going on? Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can do something here real quick. Close that down. Like ads or something playing here? Like the game, not like the game is stuttering for me, which is odd. It never happened before. Okay, I'll keep that up here. I newly returned from Ul'dah with a message from the Sultana. Oh, really? Her Grace desires an audience with you. She understands that you have responsibilities here, but asks that you visit the palace at your earliest convenience. Okay. Well, I must away and attend to other business. Until next time, my friends. Alright, see ya, Pippin. Appreciate it. It's, I'm always a little wary of going to see her. Just because the last time we did, things went really, really, really bad. And not because of her, but other people, but... Let me put that away. In odds with the Sultana, depending on the nature of her consultation, this might be the perfect opportunity to inquire about the General's future plans. Yes, we'd all like to know about those, Alfino, but not everyone's as comfortable interrogating your royalty as you. Take no notice of him, Samir. Don't worry, so I'm not gonna do that. I know I could learn so much more from Raubahn if he decided to stay, but it's his choice, and I'm not about to try and persuade him. Ul'dah needs him too. And in case you're wondering, I'm not planning on staying in Alamigo. Too many bad memories, and besides, I like my new life. Alfino's thoughts appear to have turned from adventure to administration. Well, the question of how to put the Mad King's treasure to good use shows no signs of answering itself. Shall we be about it, Armvold? I am at your beck and call. And I should be getting back to my own task. I'll organize a squad to head down into the ruins, and then start preparing for the big meeting. Oh, and send Nanamo my regards, Samir. Ours too, if you please. We shall see you on your return. Alright, folks. See you later. Time to head to Ul'dah. Speaking with Bartholomew. It has been a while. And speaking with Her Grace Nanamo. It's always a pleasure. She's one of the nicest people in this game, for sure. Genless, leader of the where the fuck am I? Oh, right. The Paladins. A lot of people over here. Given their, well, I don't know what their levels are. 60s. Was there a questline to come here in the 60s? Oh, that person, level 52, he's probably going through the really, really shitty scenes at the end of A Realm Reborn, being level 52. Oh, man. The scenes I was kind of hinting at were the last time we met her. You're expected, my lord. Please proceed. And I promise I'm not attempting to assassinate Her Grace. That is not happening. I promise you.
I thank you for answering my summons in these most interesting times. You have been busy.
No joke. Nanamo is really such an angel. To be honest, it's
The liberation of Alamigo will have far-reaching consequences, and there is a matter upon which I would seek your counsel.
of course. How can I help?
I speak of Raubahn and his future.
Oh shit. Okay, never mind.
All know the tale of his rise from penniless refugee to member of the Syndicate and General of the Immortal Flames. Yet though he has come to call Uldar home, it will never be his homeland. He is a son of Alamigo.
True enough.
And now that she is free, I thought it only a matter of time before he sought my leave to return to her. Indeed, I had resigned myself to his loss. Suffice it to say, I was greatly surprised to hear him speak so lightly of handing over the reins in Alamigo and retaking his place at my side. I will welcome him with open arms, of course. He is my most trusted advisor and my dearest friend. But I have known the man a long time, and beneath that steely gaze, I spied a flicker of doubt.
Oh. Interesting. I'm sad.
Whether Raubahn chooses to remain in Uldar or return to Alamigo, I only wish that he do so with a heart unburdened by guilt or regret. Yet, how can he freely make such a choice, knowing how much I depend on him? It is past time that I learned to discharge my duties as a Sultana alone. I must go forth and see my realm with my own eyes, and hear the wind with my own ears.
Interesting. Are you...
Might I have your company for a brief adventure?
You are? Okay, you're asking me for an escort. Interesting. I would be honored.
Wonderful. Allow me a moment to change into something a touch less conspicuous, and I will join you outside.
Or are you going incognito? You are royalty, so it'd be a little dangerous to go as is. Interesting. I'm very intrigued by this. And I'm glad that she, like, again, I'm glad the relationship is still really there. Not to say that she would have like reasons to like doubt me and stuff. She knows I didn't do anything to her. It's just that, you know, we haven't had a chance to actually sit and like talk about it after the fact. So, you know, like the fact that the other people on the council are the ones who did it. Holy fucking shit, girl. Yeah, no one would know that's you. Perchance you remember Liliara of the Merchant's Daughter. This is the persona I assume when I venture beyond the palace walls to observe my subjects unnoticed. Ordinarily, Papashan would accompany me, but for this particular outing, I need an advisor, not a minder. And that is why I requested your company. Over the course of your many adventures, you have met people from all walks of life, in every corner of Eorzea, and I would make use of your worldly experience. Now let's be on our way. Our first destination is Stone's Throw, just beyond the gates of Nald. Okay. Is Stone's Throw of... It is. It's just the refugee camp here. Okay. Look upon this procession of tattered tents. These refugees camp in squalor, at the mercy of the elements and Thanalan's predators both. The city's mighty walls offer safety, but the streets overflow with people as it is. And unless blessed by the hand of Nald himself, no Why am I having so much difficulty speaking? No refugee could ever hope to afford a dwelling in Ulda. 20 years have passed since the fall of Alamigo and 5 since the calamity. Yet the plight of the poor has gone more desperate, not less. As Sultana, the blame falls upon me. It's not her fault though. She tried. Hell, she tried to make this a democratic republic as opposed to like her as the like she's like the queen, but then there's still a council like with like her as the royalty, and then like all the merchants and stuff as like the merchant leaders and the leaders of those guilds as part of the council, and they make up the government as a whole. And that's kind of what led to a lot of the shit that went on in the end of A Realm Reborn, where they try to like, because they knew that Nanamo was trying to make things better and overthrow the current system of government. And so he was like, nah, fuck that shit. You're not gonna fuck with my wealth and things like that. So the guy that who caused the problems back then. Your hands have been tied, Your Grace. Yes, my authority is limited, and that is an obstacle I must work to overcome. So I press on. I'll follow the road to the unholy hair. Right, so again, this is all stuff from A Realm Reborn and things that happened back then. Whew. Like, this game has been great, right? In terms of the story. When I was playing through A Realm Reborn, it's pretty, like, straightforward. Oh my god, why is this game lagging? My CPU just spiked. I brought up the task manager earlier. Why did it spike just now? Alright, I'm gonna close... Let's just close that. Oh wow, okay, I updated Streamlabs earlier today and I just realized that they updated their logo? That's new. And why is this up? Fuck off, please. Thank you. Okay, hopefully that helps. I just closed down Chrome because it's... You get resources as it is. Nope. CPU's just still spiking. What is fucking... We'll keep an eye on that. It's fucking Steam. Why is Steam client? What? Okay. Steam. Goodbye. Why the fuck is Steam hammering? What? Okay. Alright, so what are we doing here? It was here, in this wholly unremarkable place, that my mother and father met their doom. I was but a child at the time. My parents were returning from an inspection of our interest in Eastern Thanalan when an untimely rockslide crushed their carriage. To this day, it is not certain if the incident was simply misfortune or an expertly planned assassination. Raubahn once offered to reopen the investigation and bring me the truth he assumed I must most surely crave, but I refused. Even if my parents' death were orchestrated by terrorists, we could only have brought their hirelings to justice. The true villains, those who plotted to put me on the throne as a biteable puppet, were ever beyond our reach. Thus did I plan to strip the merchants of their power and plant our nation in the hands of its citizens, quite unaware of the consequences my actions would have for you and yours. Exactly what I was just talking about. I shudder to think of how many goodly souls paid the price for my naivety. But I am no longer a child reciting words in witless obedience. I will not be used as a pawn in the Moneteer's damnable games. Forgive me my outburst. You are one of the few people to whom I feel I can speak my mind. Come, let's return to Ulda and visit the Colosseum. Okay, so why did we come here specifically for? I guess you just wanted to show that to me, but... Whoosh. All right, the Colosseum, huh? By the Gladiators Guild. From the moment I became Sultana, I found myself thrust into an endless parade of document signing and ceremonies. For years, I simply signed where I was told to sign and sat where I was told to sit, blissfully oblivious to what any of it meant. Yet one good thing did come from the ignominious chapter in my life, for it was during an official visit to the Colosseum that I first met Raubahn. The match I had been invited to attend was not at all what I expected. They had pitted the Bull of Alamigo against some dozen or so rival gladiators. Blinkered though I was, I would not stand for so obvious an injustice, and demanded to see a fair fight, one man against another, and my royal wish was duly granted. It was not until later that I had learned of the gambling ring which had arranged for Raubahn to die on the sands that day. Regardless, my intervention meant that Raubahn had but a single opponent to dispatch, which he duly did, and when he knelt before me to receive the winner's purse, he swore that he would one day offer me his blade in service. Surrounded as I was by liars and manipulators, I confess I dismissed it as a pleasant piece of theater, but as you know, Raubahn is a man of his word. Though it took him another 5 years of fighting on the blood sands, he amassed a fortune so great as to buy not only his freedom, but a seat on the syndicate. And then I had my blade. I think I see where this whole quest line is. It's just focused on like Raubahn, and he's the legend return. Oh, the echo's hitting me again. We're getting a whole lot of the echo this session here today. Back when he had 2 arms. Fucking murked. You just got parried, bitch. Sound like the game chugged there for a sec.
Your Grace, you mustn't! The danger is too great! Please, Your Grace, come back! I beg of you!
It seems you're the one who needs looking after, Master Shum. Raubahn!
Your Grace,
Wall.
I have kept the promise made.
So you have, and in turn, so too shall I keep mine. With your winnings, you have become one of the 6 most wealthy souls in all Uldar, and so, as tradition dictates, Raubahn Aldin, you have earned yourself a seat on the Syndicate. May your new station garner you still greater glories.
I am honored, Your Grace, and vow to serve with every fiber of my being from this day till my last. Long live the Sultana, and long live Uldar!
Oh. That seemed a little... What's the word? Like, their relationship grew... But okay, because the way that Nanamo put it earlier was, it took him 5 years and to, like, build up a fortune to actually buy his freedom and become, like, a part of the Syndicate. But, you know, she said she dismissed it earlier, right? I guess they kind of built their relationship over the course of that 5 years as well, is what's left out of that, what was said there. So, interesting. Words cannot well express what that man means to me. There are others who can care deeply for my well-being, of course. Papa Shan's love for me is as that as a grandsire for his grandchild. But upon matters of governance, I cannot turn to bodyguards and maidservants for counsel. Raubahn, with the authority of his syndicate position, was the first sword I could wield. His was the only edge which could cut the strings that bound me. Understood. I don't need food, so I'm just gonna... We must make haste. My absence will go unnoticed by the Sultans. Excuse me. For long, and there are other places I would visit. To the XIV ossuary. Where the fuck is that? The Thaumaturge's Guild? Why there? Of all places, that's... I didn't realize the Thaumaturge's Guild name had a different name than just the Thaumaturge's Guild. But I suppose this would be a great place of learning, like almost like a library in a sense. But yeah. What are we here to learn? When the calamity threatened, Raubahn led the Alliance forces into battle on the plains of Cartano, and I remained here. I prayed with all of my heart that Archon Louis Slaw would have the power to rouse the 12. Since that day, I have made a custom visiting this shrine during each of my little excursions. Here I seek the blessing of fall, reflect upon my choices, and ask myself if I am fulfilling my duties of Sultana. This must just be like a thing of fall here. You are rightly celebrated as a champion because you have led the line in 100 battles for the good of Eorzea. In much the same way, I believe the measure of a monarch lies how she leads her people in times of adversity. If I am to be Sultana worthy of the name, I cannot turn a blind eye to the troubles facing Ul'dah. I have chosen my path, Samir. With Ala Mhigo now freed from Imperial chains, I finally see a way to aid the refugees. How exactly? What do you mean? Already many displaced Ala Mhigans seek to begin their long trek home. To facilitate that process, I have made a small contribution, an artisan's school in Rauger's Reach, for any who wishes to learn new trades. Realistically, however, it will take years for such training to yield tangible benefits. But we do not have years. These people will not shelter and employ... will need shelter and employment if they are to survive, and this time the Ul'dah Treasury shall provide. Precisely where and how to allocate the necessary funds is, of course, another question. Might you ask a member of the Syndicate for advice? I think we don't want to do that because, again, a lot of them are kind of greedy scumbags who just want to hold on to the wealth yourself. Why not seek the advice of one who employs refugees? I think this is going to lead kind of the same way, right? Regardless of which way I say this. What's his name? Fucking hell. He's also on the Syndicate, but he also does employ some refugees. He's also a scumbag, but he's at least the one that we've been... Again, God damn it, I always forget his name. I don't remember his name. Anyway, he's one of the people in the Syndicate. There was two people, one that backstabbed us and causes all our grief, and one who was kind of sort of playing along, but ends up backstabbing that guy and helps us in the end to save Nanamo and get us off the hook, right? Because we got labeled as like the people who would kill her or killed Lady Nanamo here. That guy. So I'm assuming this is going to lead up to us kind of asking him here. Game? Controller, behave. Give it a second here, just unplugged it back in. A wise suggestion. Mayhaps a visit to the Gold Saucer is in order. Its proprietor is a member of the Syndicate, and he is one of the few who pays refugees a fair wage. I wonder, are you acquainted with Godbert Manderville? Yes, I am. Father of Hildebrand Manderville, so... Then I need not explain his eccentric nature. Let us make our way to the landing, and I'll see that word is sent to the Gold Saucer. Godbert should be only too glad to receive us. Yeah, he's actually one of the nice people. I forget that he's in the Syndicate. He doesn't show up for like the meetings and stuff. Whenever we've ever had meetings with all the Syndicate members, but yeah, he never shows up for them. I realize that. In every main story thing where we've had the meetings with like in you know, where we went to go meet Nanamo here earlier, like in the console room, Godbert is never there, but he's one of the Syndicate members, so that that's interesting. Where is the airship landing? There we go. It's interesting to think about. I've ridden aboard a public airship before, but this shall be my first visit to the Gold Saucer. I must confess to some excitement. Oh, it's very pretty, that's for sure. I'll just take it that way. I wouldn't be surprised if the Mandervilles are the richest family in the Syndicate. I've heard descriptions of its splendor, yet I never dreamed it would be so bright and inviting. I've seen. No, I couldn't possibly. She was like, hey, do you want to try and do something? We did not come here to fritter away the royal coin. Godbert will be expecting us. Come, let's head directly to the lounge and ignore these gaudy temptations. Hi. Which one here? Wonder Square West. I haven't been coming here as I should. There's like a lot of things you can do daily to get points, and I haven't really been doing it. It's fine, but like I'm trying to buy some of the things here. I believe this is where we were to meet Lord Manderville. Shall we sit while we wait for his coming? Yep. It'd be nice to actually have him here in so we mostly interact with him in the Hildebrand side storylines, but there he is. My apologies, Your Grace. I have kept you waiting. No apologies, my dears, are necessary, Godbert. My request was sudden, and you were kind to make yourself available at such short notice. When my son's good friend and Sultana herself come calling, there's no more important engagement. Yeah. Which might be a little surprising to people who haven't done the Hildebrand side quests, if they mention that, like, wait, who's this guy? That's the purpose of my visit. I would have your thoughts on how the crown might best aid the refugees residing in Thanalan. You are aware, I'm sure, that many of the Alamigo's displaced sons and daughters long to return to their newly liberated homeland, and you are also aware of how they will suffer without shelter and work to sustain them. I'll use our nation's wealth to spare them that suffering. What advice have you for me on the matter of how it might be best distributed? The unusual circumstances of our meeting and your Grace's choice of companion would suggest to me a desire for an honest and unvarnished opinion. I shall give you one. My advice to you is stop. Taxing Ulda's wealth to save Alamigo refugees is a terrible, terrible idea. Really, Godbert? I was not expecting this. You oppose my proposition? Most emphatically. I agree with your Grace that the refugees must have housing and employment. But what profit is there for Ulda in this arrangement? Profit? After all you have done for Gaiarbani's this place, I thought you the very last person to seek the benefit of their misfortune. Forgive me, Your Grace, but you appear to be laboring under a misapprehension. It is a fine endeavor to support one's fellow. I fear, however, that your stance is one born of pity. Your intent is to save the refugees, is it not? For all our potential, we are indolent creatures by nature. If unconditional charity is all we know, then we begin to rely upon it, to expect it. I see where he's getting at. And then we must consider Ulda's own poor and downtrodden. Should they hear of you spending the nation's coin, not to improve their lot, but the nature of the distant citizens of Alamigo, it is unlikely they will applaud your generosity. Surely it's not your grace's intention to foster new resentments, but to spread goodwill. He has an excellent point, actually. Indeed. Then any support I pledge to the refugees must promote self-sufficiency, whilst also serving the interests of the people of Ulda. Exactly. Yeah, okay. Wow. Good thinking, Godbert. Exactly so. Such an arrangement will create a far more equitable relationship with the returning Alamegans, even as it generates the revenue required to win the approval of your subjects. You have given me much to ponder, Lord Manderville. I thank you for your candor. Okay, good. That took a turn that I was not expecting, but yeah. Whew, okay, good. Because Godbert is actually a really good guy. So, yeah, that was an excellent point to make and excellent suggestion. So, hopefully we come to a good solution for this. Profit. The thought never even crossed my mind. But standing about lamenting my naivety will not do anyone any good. I shall consider my lesson learned and press on. Samara, you are perchance acquainted with any successful merchants. If my attempt at philanthropy is obliged to reap profit, it would seem wise to consult someone with a knack for business. I can think of one individual at the moment. Probably Rowena? Rowena. Is it Rowena? Ordinarily I would not trust any agent of the East Alden Trading Company, but if you hold this Hancock fellow in high why am I holding Hancock in high esteem? I am content to be led to you by you. You may repay my faith by journeying to distant Kugane and speaking with him on my behalf. Eager though I am to visit those shores, I have not the leisure for a lengthy sea voyage. Now, assuming you will travel as adventurers are wont to do, I shall await your report by the 8th rite in Ulda. A fair journey to you, Samir, and a swift one if you would, please. I don't understand why Hancock. Okay, it's me personally. So see, here's the problem with trying to go with Hancock. He's gonna report this back to the guy I was talking about because he serves him, and I don't want to involve him. So he might try to. He hasn't done necessarily anything bad to us yet. We still just don't trust him yet. So that's my only problem. So involving this guy who's gonna let it all slip to I'm forgetting his name. It's really bad right now, but we'll have to see how it goes, I guess. Okay. How are we doing on time? It is 7 o'clock. And we have 5 quests left to do, including the one that we're in right now. So, I just want to have a thing up here so I know when the thing is gonna start. The fan fest, that is. It's supposed to start at 9 o'clock my time here. 2 hours, so we have time. All right. Yeah, I'm here to see Hancock. He hasn't done wrong by us yet. Samir, to what do I owe the pleasure? Are you here on business? Yeah, actually. I beg your pardon. Her Grace the Sultana would have my opinion on how to best invest the wealth of Ulda. My dear Samir, I have you to thank for this recognition, I am sure. and I'm flattered you came to me. Truly flattered. But why settle for a lowly apprentice when you could have the master? Upon matters of profit, there's no living soul better qualified to advise her grace than Chairman Lolorito. That's exactly him. Okay. I don't want to have Lolorito involved. A man whose morning exertions are said to fill his garderobe with gold. I should be happy to arrange a meeting for you, say at the Sign's former headquarters in Thanalan. The Waking Sands would seem a suitably neutral venue for negotiations, don't you think? Very well, Sumerian. May your dealings prove fruitful. I don't want Lolorito involved. That's the problem. God damn it. I am shit. Okay. Welcome back, Samir. Did your merchant friend have any useful advice to share? With Lolorito, and you agreed to this? She knows what I'm trying to say. Thank you. Fucking hell. I'm well aware of understanding the field of business, but I'd hoped to keep the Montiers at arm's length, and him in particular. Nay, I cannot live in fear of the man. I must learn how to treat with him if I am to rule Ul'dah effectively. Very well. I will meet with Lolorito. Let us go on ahead to the Waking Sands and prepare for his coming. I feel like this is the mistake. Oh, thank you for bringing me here directly. Appreciate that. I got stuff to do here still. In particular, it's like the hard mode. Well, I've done right. Okay, there's a whole quest line involved, like with just doing all the hard mode primals. And the only one I haven't done is this. Oh wait, is it hard? No. Yeah, it's definitely the extreme version. So, and I have to do that to finish that, and then like I can be able to talk to Urianger over there and like finish up whatever quest line is involved with that. But getting a party to do that was difficult back then when I was doing it because I was still in trial. And the only way to really do it now these days is if you want to get like a party finder, really. So I'm gonna have to do that at some point. So this is where the Signs were first congregated. I had heard many tales, but never had any occasion to visit. To work then. The hour of our meeting draws near, and I would gather my thoughts. Pray see to it that we have the appointed room to ourselves. Yeah, we'll go meet in the main office, or here, I guess. Oh.
A personal summons from the Scions. This must be important business indeed. Though, if it concerns anything so underhand as an assassination, I fear I can be of little help.
No assassinations today, Lolorito.
You have made your point. 'Tis indeed unsettling to find oneself seated across from an impassive mask.
Have we actually ever seen his face? I don't think we have.
Would this better please your grace? Or should I address you as Lady Lilira?
Nay, the deception has served its purpose. I'm glad to see you found amusement in my little jest, Lord Lolorito, but shall we proceed to the business at hand?
By all means. I must say, I'm most eager to hear your proposal.
Simply put, I would aid the refugees camped in Thanalan in their efforts to return to Alamigo. The reparations you paid in the wake of your earlier misdemeanors will be used to fund the endeavor, together with the fortune seized from the late Teleji Adeleji's estate.
That's the ass who backstabbed us, by the way.
But this plan is not intended to benefit the displaced alone. I would make of this an investment which shall enrich Uldar and Alamigo both. And who better to consult on matters of profit than the wealthiest man in all of Thanalan? I beseech you then, Lord Lolorito, share with us your mercantile wisdom.
Ah, 'twould seem your grace has matured beyond acts of earnest yet misplaced charity. Pray tell me more. To summarize, in return for facilitating the repatriation of refugees and assisting in the establishment of new industry in Alamigo, you ask that a proportion of all subsequent profits be promised to Uldar. Ha! I am impressed, Your Grace. 'Tis an elegant solution, albeit one lacking certain crucial details, specifically which industry and where.
That's part of the reason why we're here to see you, I guess.
How swiftly you identified the weakness in my plan, just as I knew you would. Your travels have taken you across the length and breadth of Gir Abania, and you know the land far better than I. Which of the settlements you visited would best provide a home for our refugees? Which has the greatest potential to flourish, given the appropriate investment?
Alamigo itself proper? Okay. Okay, so Alighieri is where Elise is from, if I remember correctly. They have like the mines and stuff. I don't remember. Let me just do it. I want to give a educated decision here. F14 Alighieri. Alighieri once served as a trade hub and a vital waypoint for... Right, okay, so Alighieri was the place in the peaks on the south that was a trade hub initially. So that would make a good choice. The Saltery is the place at the locks where they're having... I guess it probably won't matter too much, but... I'm probably gonna be shot down anyway. Like, no, not really. All right, so Alagana is where Elise is from, not Alighieri. Sorry. It once flourished through its quarry, right? And that's something we saw in a part of the side quest as well. That they had mines there initially. That could be Alagana would have. So I could say we could help them with the mining. That'd be a good thing. Alighieri would be a nice place for like. Just trade overall. So I think that sounds like a better option. And then that would benefit like, you know, Alamigo proper. The Saltery, what's the Saltery again? The Saltery was just like... I don't recall what the Saltery was. I think they're just like, I know it's out there in the locks where outside of Alamigo, and there's like all the saltwater pits, so I guess like it's like a salt mine kind of, or like a salt flats rather. So I don't know if that's the best option, but I'm gonna just say Algiri.
Yes, if a stable trade route can be established between Uldar and Alamigo, then Alagiri would once more become an important waypoint. But while such growth would greatly benefit its current residents, I'm afraid it could sustain little beyond that.
Okay. Guess we're going through all this. The Alagona had the mine there.
Yes, a quarry town certainly does carry the potential for profit. At least it would do were it situated anywhere near a lucrative market. It would cost more to transport the materials than they are worth, in my humble opinion.
Clearly you want me to say the Saltery. I'm gonna do it.
Ah, yes, that desolate little village on the shore of Loch Seld. I know the Saltery and its products well. The Imperial invasion brought an end to their more widespread distribution, much to the dismay of many a wealthy gourmand, myself included. Salt has ever been a transformative ingredient, and in this instance, I dare say, it could transform a modicum of effort into a mountain of gil.
The local citizens will need to be consulted, of course, but I trust the East Aldenar Trading Company can be relied upon to provide its assistance in negotiating a mutually beneficial arrangement.
Naturally, Your Grace. I shall dispatch representatives well versed in the extraction of this white gold and wring every last ounce of profit from its production. The Loch's bounty will contribute to Alamigo's enrichment, whilst easing the burden on the bull's aching shoulders, just as Your Grace desired.
A deal is struck then.
Okay. That went better than I thought it would. Again, he's still an asshole, and he hasn't done anything bad to us yet. And Hancock has been all but good to us as well. I think at this point I can say with a little bit of certainty that, okay, he's still a bit of a douche, but he's okay in my book. I won't overly rely on him, but he's okay for now. He's doing right by us, at least. I fear it will be many years before I feel comfortable taking part in such negotiations, but I shall not complain. We have piqued Lolorito's interest and secured his invaluable expertise. Thank you, Samir. I could not have done it without you. Well, I definitely learned something too, so I think I got something out of it too as well. All right, she is ready to move ahead with her plans. Securing the Saltery, of course, is decided. I shall return to the place and have my ministers begin work on implementing the particulars of the plan. If I could prevail you one more time, Samir, I would ask that you convey the details of our negotiations to Commander Hex, and on your return to Alamigo. My thanks again. Thanks. Together, we'll have laid the groundwork for an endeavor which promises to benefit the people of Alamigo and Ulda both. I hope so. All right, let's go talk to Commander Hex, aka Lise. And they're right here. Hey, folks. Oh, greetings, Samir. I'm actually in the middle of reporting to the commander here, so I got some news for you too. In your absence, I've kept myself busy cataloging the riches of the Mad King's trove and calculating its worth in gil. I have some way to go, but the figure is already quite staggering. Welcome back, Samir. How was your audience with the Sultana? It went really well, actually. Lise, I got some news for you. I got some really good news for you. So not only are they going to have all the money from the Mad King's Trove, they're going to have all the business and infrastructure getting, or at least all the business that they're going to make from the salt mine stuff to supplement that even more. You're back. What did Nanamo... Oh, I'm sorry. Are you allowed to talk with about your audience with the Sultana? Yeah, actually, it involves you. So here's what happened. Raubahn says he's going to return to Ul'dah, but she isn't sure he wants to. Tell us something we don't know. But I'm pleased to hear that she's committed to helping our refugees come home. And this plan to revitalize the Saltery does make a lot of sense. Quite how you convinced her to seek Lolorito's help is another question. After all that has happened, he is the very last person I would expect her to turn to for advice. But on a more practical note, at least assuming the interim government elects to accept Ul'dah's proposal, I have one caveat I should like you to include in the bargain. Alamigo must be permitted to cover a portion of the investment. We have a fortune at our disposal after all, and allowing Ul'dah to provide the entirety of the capital will afford Lolorito too much control. Agreed. Honestly, Alfino, it's like Kugani never happened. What exactly does a ruthless profiteer have to do to earn your trust? Honestly, Alfino, it's like Kugani never happened. What exactly does a ruthless profiteer have to do to earn your trust? He has to do a lot, and he's only beginning to do that. But yes, you do make a good point. First things first, though. We need to discuss this proposal with the Saltery's residents. Whisker, how do you fancy explaining the Sultana's plan to your grandfather? I'd like to hear what Watt thinks of the idea before agreeing to anything. Right away, Commander. Would you mind coming along, Samir? I might need you to fill in the details. Then I shall come along as well. Should Watt wish to discuss figures, my knowledge of the nation's finances may prove useful. Okay. Leave it to us. I'm leaving the business of dividing up the treasure to those who know about such things. I'm not proud to admit it, but every time I see a column of numbers, my eyes glaze over. One of these days, I'll have asked Alfino to explain it all to me. Where is Watt? He's over there, so let's just make a quick little move over here, and then we'll it's probably, oh right, the Saltery is this place over here where we it was like this outpost here that they were, this is probably where they did all their salt farming. We came through here as a part of the quest line at one point. Let's go see Granddad. He's going to want to hear this. Ideally, one would want Alamigo's stake to make to match Ul'dah's gil for gil. In combination with the cast iron contract, that should serve to prevent Lolorito from making off with all the profits. What matter of mischief brings you youngins to Old Watts this time, eh? They want to rebuild the Saltery, Granddad. Samir, tell them about the deal. So here's all the details and blah 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 blah. Well, bugger me. We never had the coin on or the hands to put the place back to how it was, but it sounds like that's about to change. There's just one small wrinkle in your plan. It doesn't count for all the nasties queuing up to eat anyone who goes near the shore. The king used to send soldiers to call the buggers, but the Imperials weren't about to help the likes of us. Don't worry, Granddad. We'll take care of all that. Commander Hex has been talking about starting up regular patrols, and I'm sure she's assigned me to the lock if I asked. I'd appreciate that, Whisker, my lad. Truly, I would. So does this mean you've gotten better with that blade of yours? I've been training, but mostly to kill Imperials. You some experience hunting monsters, don't you, Samir? Think you can cast an eye over and of the few of the local beasties and teach me how to deal with them? Leave it to me. Let's not waste any time then. I'll see you by the lock. Whilst you are busy attending to local fauna, I shall have Master Wa explain to me exactly what is required to restore the Saltery to its former glory. Good hunting. That'd be cool if we get to see this place actually restored by the end of all this. If this leads... I'm hoping this leads to an additional sort of... kind of like Heaven's Word in the... oh my god, why am I forgetting the name? The name of the place that we get to rebuild over time, but I doubt there's anything like that here, so... Otherwise I would have heard about it by now, but... right then, Samira, I've got a spyglass here you can use to catch a look at... close look at the pets. Once you got their measure, you can tell me what to do, and we'll see how well I got on. See your search surroundings and for yabbies. Okay. Alright, so if we look at this yabby here. What am I looking at? Discover the yabby's weak point. I think I saw something. Is this the only yabby around here? I imagine their head point would be, but I guess not. Alright, let's get nice and close. Examine the body. I think I saw something pop up here. Their neck? No. Nope, I saw it just now. Hold on. Okay, a little too, their jaw? Really? The yabby's entire body is protected by a hard carapace, but the underside of its head looks soft and vulnerable. Ah, look like you found a yabby. They say hitting the shell is like smacking a rock. Any suggestions? Aim for the soft underside of the head. Vulnerable to head, are they? Right then, wish me luck. There you go. You got it. See, that wasn't too bad, right? Thanks, Samir. I did just as you told me, and the Wakekin went down like a sack of potatoes. Let's find something else. Alright, what about these, I think I can handle those yabbies now, so you should try something different. What else is out there? The elementals or the fucking, yeah, those guys, okay. Alright, so their hands are definitely not gonna be the weak point, but yeah, definitely their eyes. I saw it just now. Oh, come on, I just saw it. Where'd it go? Their hands are large and powerful, but destroying its crystallized core should render the Salt Golem inanimate. You sense power pulsating from behind its brow. Ugh, I feel bad. How do I defeat one of those? Just hit it really, really hard. As hard as you can. That's not... Destroy the core within its problem. Let's actually be smart. It's inside its head, is it? I'll try to stab it right between the eyes then. Let's actually do right by El Amigo. Blah, 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 blah. Can he actually lose from this if I give him the wrong experience or wrong advice? Wow. Whew. It's not easy fighting with the Lolorito El Amigo, watching your every move. But I got the job done. Thanks for the advice, Samir. I feel a lot better prepared for my patrols now. Any road, we should head back to Saltery before Granddad starts to worry I've been snipped in pieces and fed into Yami's hatchlings. Let us head back. Yeah, we're almost there. All right, cool. I'm gonna take a short break once I finish this quest here. I'm gonna grab something to drink, stretch a little bit, and all that. So let's hurry up and tell Granddad how the hunt went. It'll set his mind at ease. For the merchants of Ulda, a well-constructed contract is both a sword and a shield. And Wyatt must understand that this if we are to meet them on the even field. Speaking of battles, did Wimscar seem equal to the task of thinning the Loch's monster population? He certainly seemed eager enough. I see you've returned in one piece. Dealt with these beasties then, did you? I fought them myself, after a bit of instruction from Samir here, like. Once I shared what I've learned with the others, we should have no trouble keeping the shoreline clear. Good lad. A fine young man you've become, Weisker. A fine young man indeed. Too often of late, I hear tales of folks over in the city, drunk on victory and hungry for revenge. Their heads stuck firmly in the past. But we need to set our sights in the future. On things which will improve our lot. Things like getting the Saltery ready to welcome our long-lost countrymen. Indeed. Cool. Alright, so we have 2 more quests to do before we're done with this series of quests. So I'm going to take a short break like I mentioned, and then we'll come back and finish those 2 up. right, we are back. All right, computers. Calm myself. All right, we're back. Got a nice tasty beverage. We're refreshed and ready to go. All right, so let's see where this leaves off here. We have 2 more quests in the storyline here to finish up. So let's see where things go. It'll be nice to have some resistance lads and lasses around to watch over us. No one wants to worry about being dragged into the lock while you're just trying to get an honest day's work done. They're already hard at work. The rest of us can do no less, eh? You know it. What's this? A weapon coffer. Interesting. Alright. They seem satisfied that they're of one mind. Let's see. They discussed all the particulars, and he's ready to... He's kind of the leader of the Saltery here, so... It seems wise, Whiskar has the Saltery security well in hand. I, meanwhile, have discussed the next steps with Master Wat, and completed my inspection of the site. With little work, the vacant buildings here could be made into very presentable dwellings. Message from General Alden. Oh? What's... Apologies for your interruption, sir, but the General would speak with you at your earliest convenience. Me? Why? What's wrong? Do not feel obligated to wait around on my account. I'll remain here to hammer out the finer details with Wat, and act as an intermediary with our business partners in Ul'dah. You should go. General asks that you wait for him by the main gate in Ala Megan Quarter. My apologies again, sir. Very well. No worries. Let's see what this is all about, huh? You... Alpha's a bright lad, isn't he? I told him what he needs to repair the... I told him what we'd need to repair the place, and he tallied up the total cost on the spot. And it weren't a small number, either. I'll ask Commander Hex to assign a squad to patrol the Saltery's harvesting and fishing spots. I'll be sure to tell them what you told me. Okay. I'll leave you guys to it. Thank you. Alright, so the gate's up there. Let's just teleport over. I wonder if he's caught heard news of what we're trying to do here. And that's why he's like, why are you messing with this lad? Come on. Hello? Specific time of day here. It's a beautiful night out. Hey guys.
Apologies for the wait.
What can I do for you?
People are screaming for the butcher's blood again. No sooner have we broken up one mob than another forms. Thankfully, all have been amenable to reason, thus far. But it is no concern of yours. We must speak of the men Arenvald and his comrades apprehended in the peaks.
Who are we talking about exactly?
By their uniforms, the captives were first judged to be Imperial troops. But after further investigation, their true identities came to light. I dare say you remember Yuyuhasi and Laurentius, the fugitives who conspired with Captain Ilberd in the Crystal Brave's betrayal.
Fucking yeah, we do.
Aye, well, it would seem they followed him all the way to the wall. It was they who orchestrated the slaughter of the resistance fighters prior to the Griffin's infernal ritual.
Shit. Okay, I'm glad we caught them, though.
Were it in your hands, how would you punish these men?
Let them answer for their crimes.
You would spare these animals. Yours is a more merciful brand of justice than mine. In any event, I thank you for your honesty. When the time comes for the Alliance to pass judgment, I'll see that your opinion is heard. Well, that concludes our business here. But there is more I would say. Walk with me.
I was about to say, like, that's it? That's all you needed? Okay. He's gonna bring it up. He has to. We're going to a little bit of a private area here. Yeah.
I bear a share of the blame for Ilbert's atrocities. Had I openly supported the cause of Alamegan liberation, he might not have felt driven to do what he did. Things could have been different, and I'm sorry they aren't.
In the end, we got what we wanted, though. Yeah? Don't need to blame yourself for it, though.
But even after all that has happened, my homeland is free. With the Scions and the Alliance at their side, my countrymen have reclaimed what many thought lost forever. Under her new leadership, I have every confidence that Alamigo will emerge from the shadow of the Empire and rise once more to greatness. Which means my work here is done. Soon, I will return to Uldar and take my place at the Sultana's side.
Father...
I'll not deny there's a part of me that wants to stay. The same part that contemplated renouncing my rank and joining you as a wandering sellsword. But I pledged my blade to Nanamo, and I will not betray that oath.
I don't think you're betraying it.
Is this really what you want, Father?
It's not betraying it at all if she agrees to it.
It is. Ever has my sword been hers to command, and ever shall it remain. Thank you for lending an ear. When all the rest are clamoring for me to stay, I trust you'll send me on my way.
I kind of want you to stay though too. That's the thing, but we'll respect your wishes though. It is your decision in the end. But before you make your final decision though, just give it a couple more days. That's all I'm gonna ask for the time being. Raubahn seems flustered. Something is amiss. Oh, just on my way to the Saltery. It's lucky I saw you. That took longer than I intended, but at least you know where I stand. Now that's settled. Raubahn, what news? We may have a problem, sir. A group of Nanta has arrived at the main gates, and I don't mean the Vira. These are Kaliana, the ones that summoned the Primal. They're insisting they be allowed to attend the council. Lise is trying to reason with them, but she may need help. An invitation was extended to all native beast tribes, but we assumed the Kaliana would refuse it out of hand. We had best go and see for ourselves. Pippin, take command of our forces and be ready for battle. Samir, you've dealt with these Kaliana before. I'd have you at my side. Yeah, we should definitely have them at the table. Definitely. Like... Lise, take this as a lesson though. Don't make assumptions. This is huge. I hope that the Kaliana here, and the leader, will have taken note of Lisa's words the last time we actually talked with them and realize, hey, look, we did it. be a part of the discussions here. We can make things better. Oh, they have weapons drawn. Oh, and there she is, the leader. Okay. Samir Raubahn, goods. Gods, it's good to see you. The Slayer has come. We have not forgotten how you sinned against the Lady of Bliss, but we did not come here to shed blood. You claim to seek harmony with all of Gairabania who call Gairabania home. If this is truly your wish, you will welcome us as envoys of the Ananta. It is our wish and you are all welcome. You are welcome, but we cannot condone the summoning of primals. If you want to enter this place, I must ask you first surrender any crystal jewelry. You have my word that it will all be returned to you when your meeting is over. We will do as you ask, but you will not have our weapons. We are not so foolish as to place ourselves entirely at the mercy of our tormentors. I reckon that's as close as we're going to get to a compromise, and we will have to have people standing guard. Aye, let them keep their swords. Then we have an agreement. Lead the way to your meeting chamber. Okay. Tense start, but I think this is good, though. Why do I have the feeling we've welcomed a Viper into our midst? Let's trust that it will work out. Alright, this is the final quest in the patch here. Turning the Kalyana away now would have made a mockery of Lisa's promise to give everyone a say. She couldn't not let them in. Right, exactly. Raubahn seems unconvinced by the Kalyana's sincerity. This Kalyana elf's intentions seem at odds with all we know of her tribe. What think you, Samir? I want to see the best of them, though. They are enthralled, though. No. Okay, actually, that hasn't happened to us in the story. Based on what we know. But I'm trying to be optimistic. To learn to compromise? You believe an understanding can be reached? It is not entirely unheard of, I suppose. Though those who followed Saint Shiva eventually sought reconciliation with Ishgard. That is true. It's not the same though, because that was Ysil using her own body to kind of summon Shiva, and she was in control of it. So I don't know. It's a little different though. Whatever the truth, I would take no chances. The guards must be strengthened, ideally with people who know a thing or two about primals. Can we rely on the scions? Of course. I'll round up our comrades and send them to the Almegan quarter. You can go on ahead if you like, Samir. My thanks. I'll see you in the palace. Okay. Yeah, I'm a little worried, but... And they might have a particular hatred towards me for actually killing the fucking thing, or for like killing Lakshmi, but... We are sincere in that we want peace. We have to make this work. Alright, we got the rest of the scions. Samir, I brought the reinforcements. Arnvald told me of the arrival of our unexpected guests, and I agreed that it would be prudent to call upon Y'shtola and Thancred as well. One can never be too careful when dealing with the enthralled. I'm not familiar with the Kalyana tribe myself, but Alize's report suggested that they shunned contact with other races. Despised it, in fact, even compared to other Ananta. Indeed, this apparent reversal in attitude is most curious. No one expected a response to our invitation, much less an envoy, and I imagine Lise was forced to make some rather hasty arrangements in order to accommodate them. Speaking of which, how should we deploy ourselves? If the meeting is to be held in the throne room, it would seem wise to have eyes on both the inside and outside the palace. Y'shtola and I can stand guard without. That leaves the three of us to keep watch over proceedings in the throne room itself. The three of you. That works. Understood. We should call General Aula inside then. Samir, do you know the rear entrance to the palace? It's on the eastern edge of the city, at the top of the stairs. The guards there should have been instructed to let us pass. Okay. Let's see how this goes. I'm intrigued to see if things will go smoothly, but I don't have reason to think as much at the moment, but I'm gonna be optimistic. As fortune would have it, I was visiting Rauga's Reach looking in on Alize. She sends her regards. Cool. She's still over there. Leaving external security to us, Samir. I scouted around the palace quite extensively when I was searching for Crow, so I know the lay of the land. Cool. The rear entrance to the palace is just up these steps. The guard should wave us through. If we could somehow come to an understanding with the Kalyana, it would represent a great step towards resolving the primal dilemma in Alamigo. I only hope that they are sincere in their intentions. You're with the Scions, sir. General Alden left orders that you are to be escorted inside. If you'll follow me. Alright, let's see how this plays out. I really hope this will play out well, and we'll actually come to a great understanding here. Not noticing, oh, okay, that's the Kirkin leader, I guess. They're bouncy like that. Alright. The Ananta and the Kalyana, and we here just kind of as witnesses.
Thank you all for coming. I am Lys Hext, and I speak for the Resistance. Among you are village elders, refugee leaders, envoys from the Ananta and the Kikern. You've come from every corner of Girabania to help decide the future of Alamigo. But before that, I want to ask you a question. What was the first thing you noticed when you came in? For me, it was that empty throne. It has no one to sit on it now. No viceroy, no king. Would any of you like to take their place? Or should someone else sit there? Then let's sit here in a circle, as equals, and I hope, as friends.
Good start.
Expertly done. Lys has removed monarchy as a choice early in the game and
Nice.
positioned them to consider a joint government.
Nice. Very nice, Lys.
All things considered, I would say events have got off to a fine start.
Okay.
And that is Alagana's stance on the matter.
Thank you, Ragenfrid. Another vote in favor. Next, let's hear from Shanti of the Kalyana. Tell us, how do your people feel about the idea of a republic?
The Ananta wish only that those who dwell within Girabania devote themselves to our faith.
Shit. 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 Fuck. God damn it. Shit. Red flag. Red flag.
You shall all all worship Sri Lakshmi! Lady of bliss, grace us once more with your beauteous visage!
How? What? You really just so... Really?
This can't be happening. No crystals were allowed through the door.
We can worry about the how of it later. We need to evacuate these people right now, or the Primal will make thralls of them all.
It's up to us.
Are we about to fight her right now? Right, the two of us. Did you just kill her? Everyone back up, please. Nice. Of course, the two of us would have to do it. We're the only ones at the Echo. We have to. Go. Come on, Arnvald, let's do this. Let's kick some ass.
God damn it! The guards were already turned! Fools!
Wait, what?
No, you don't!
The Kalyana would see us all enthralled.
Then they're going to be sorely disappointed. We have the Warrior of Light and Arenvold to shield us.
Aye, but they can't well defend your guests and attack the Primal, can they? We're stuck on the back foot.
All right, I think I have an idea. Keep these people safe, General. I'll be back as soon as I can.
When did they get enthralled? Go Lise.
Yeah, whatever she's about, you best make it quick.
When did those guys get enthralled? What?
Who will be next to die on my steel?
Lise, whatever the fuck you're trying, you need to get to it now. Alright, are we gonna have to actually fight this? I would actually like to do this. We're gonna fight her again. How do we fight her without leaving our allies wide open? We can't stand on the back foot forever. No, damn it. If I think like that, we're already lost. I have the Warrior of Light on my side. We can do this. Isn't that right, Samir? Use the duty action deflect to dissipate ether spears like Shimi releases during the battle. Be warned that allowing any ally to be enthralled by an aether spear will result in failure. I can't let anyone get thralled. That would make a paradox. Oh, don't do that. Okay, I see how it works. All right, let's do this.
Why, I offer you peace and serenity.
But I'll just keep it to basic. Armball, don't have you deal with those. Holy shit, guys. Nope.
I shall free you from your hate.
Holy shit. We can't stop them all.
Damn it all! It's only a matter of time before we miss one.
Yeah, we're not supposed to actually beat her. Her? Well, we have another person
What
that
of it? Do you want to kill this thing or not?
I like where this is going. Alright, Fordola. Let's go. Oh, if we lose here, everything that she wants is fucking done too. So good thinking, Lise. Good thinking. Alright, same mechanics from before, just Where did she go? Stand your guard. Raubahn, limit break. Boom. You cannot flee my radiance. You will all be dreamers. Oh. It's overwhelming. Get back, you lot. We'll lock her down as best as we can. The rest is you need to run. While the problem is... Leads? I can't run away from this. They need us. Alpha and all the envoys are in your care. Surely you do not mean... Very well, I'll see our guests to safety. They forsake eternal bliss? Are we doing like a mini dungeon here? You need more than 3 to best the primal, and if you let me fall here, who will let us? I'm stunned. Well, I can't move. She's going after Lisa and Raubahn. Get off of me! Oh my god, just fucking go.
Do not your souls weigh heavy?
Get over here, you lot. Damn it. I'll stay over here. Please, don't stand next to me. Okay, just normal rotation. Da, 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 da. Stormblood, blah, 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 da, 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 da. Oh my god, why it took so long to cast? I can't hold her forever. Okay, we need to just kind of melt her down at this point. Yeah, it's a DPS race now at this point.
Here it comes!
Limit break there. Nice. And the fact that Lisa and Raubahn actually fought together with us during this is awesome, to be honest. Just because they could have been subjugated and enthralled by her at any point during this fight. But they risked themselves for it. It's unfortunate that the Kalyana didn't,
We did it! We beat her!
This is what I go through every single time, guys. You two are alright. Fordola. Thank you. Ah! Brain! Oh, probably gonna show us what Lise came to just say, I guess. It's not on purpose, damn it.
What is this?
I'm only gonna say this once. The Ananta just summoned their primal in the throne room. My friends are fighting her, but they need help. They need someone with the Echo, and by the gods, I wish I had it, but I don't. I told you before that you still had time, but things have changed. I need your answer now. You can end it like Xenos, or you can fight for Alamigo. Your choice.
Okay. Hey, it worked out, I guess. Everyone okay?
Seven hells. It's her, the butcher.
Oh, she's probably getting everyone's memories all at once here.
It's done. Take me back to my cell.
You are not forgiven. Not you. You I will never forgive. But I will thank you. For standing against a primal and saving us from servitude. You have my thanks.
A single tear. That's all she needs. Just recognition for what she... That's all she wants, really. But she went about it the wrong way, but I think in the end, things will turn out for better. So, that was unlike any battle I've ever seen. I'm not entirely sure how I survived it, to be honest. You did your best, which is the most important thing here, mate. One wrong step and I would have lost my will to fight to that fiend for the rest of my days. To the sobering thought. Lisa certainly lived up to her own ideal. Not every commander would choose to enlist their former enemy's aid in battle. I think I shall make a habit of checking for Primal's influence before our meeting from now on. God, but how did they get the people influence from prior? That's what I want to know. Because they would have to summon her from prior. How did they get her in here? That was a right mess. It was ill-prepared for such a meeting. My thanks, I thought it was one disgrace all Ananta. We encountered our fair share of enthrall outside the palace. Only once enough to delay us from lend you a timely hand, I'm afraid. Oh, we're just in the fucking dungeon, basically. Alright, well, that's been dealt with. Sorry for the unfortunate happenings. That was a near thing. Aye, our standing against the Kalyan would have been brief indeed had you not volunteered for guard duty. We'd be enthralled as surely as our sentries were. They must have planned this far in advance. Security was my responsibility, and I know how dangerous primals can be. I should have... it's my fault. My stupid mistake. Nalas, we were all caught unawares. We will take this as a lesson and watch our own more carefully in future. You can be sure that the lackeys who smuggled the crystals into the throne room weren't the only thralls in our ranks. The soldiers who first spoke up in favor of the Kayana keeping their weapons spring to mind. A primal servant is betrayed by his aura. If you mean to conduct an investigation, I can identify any others acting under Srilaka's influence. Thank you, Shilla. I would appreciate the help. Speaking of help, I almost fell over when Fordola turned up. What was she even doing here? I asked her to come. I kind of got a glimpse of it already, but yeah. Well, that explains it then. It's sad, but Ragnford is right. Her victims will never forgive her for what she's done. But I don't think Fordola picked up that sword looking for forgiveness. She just wanted to fight for her country. If you say the world in which Fordola grew up is partly to blame for what she became, then as an Alamegan, I feel responsible for improving that world. We can't ignore what's happening right now. We have to show the people a better way than vengeance, or we risk giving birth to a new generation of skulls. I know it's idealistic, but I want to help people to let go of their old grievances and make peace with each other. I'll hold 1,000 meetings and talk until I'm blue in the face if that's what it takes. It's a long and arduous path you have chosen, but one well worth walking. Rest assured I'll do what I can to help reach your destination. Thank you, Alfino. The first step will be to get our representatives back in the throne room. They're a little shaken, but not one of them seems ready to run. We're all determined to finish what we started. I'll see that you're not interrupted. Samir, you and the Sands are to stand down. Get some rest, you've earned it. Join the night sky, huh? That's something I
spot to contemplate the heavens. The meeting is over. The envoys have chosen to instate a government modelled on Ishgard's House of Commons, a ruling body of representatives elected by the people.
Okay, good.
It is a fair decision, and one which signals the end of my part in all this. But I would gaze upon Girabania's stars one last time before I leave.
Nanamo. Your Grace. I'll leave y'all to it.
Forget something? Your Grace, there was no word.
Raubahn Aldin, you are hereby dismissed as General of the Immortal Flames and relieved of your seat on the Syndicate.
Oh shit, just straight up, okay.
But, Your Grace...
Raubahn, I am no longer a child. Stay here in your homeland. Work with your brethren. Rebuild Alamigo.
You desire to stand alone. I understand, but remember what happened.
How you lost your arm.
I remember full well the consequences of my naivety. And thus did I consult at length with a most trusted advisor ere I embarked upon this course.
A most trusted advisor? And what of me? Am I no longer deserving of your confidence?
What trust can there be between us when you withhold the truth from me? Did you think me oblivious to the anguish in your eyes when you spoke of returning to Uldar?
Oh.
For years and years, we have trusted one another. Yet now you refuse to confess your heart's desire?
Don't cry. Oh no. This is not the one time that we
swore an oath to you that day on the sands. I pledged my sword.
Oh, I'm actually tearing up too a little bit.
And it has served me well. But in Pippin you have forged a new sword, as sharp and deadly as the blade you bequeathed him. I will show you a Sultana who can wield every weapon at her disposal, including Lolorito and his monetarist cronies. So follow your heart, please. You are home. You are free.
Oh my god.
Nanamo.
Smile for me, Raubahn. I would have this parting be a joyous one.
Thank you, Your Grace. It has been an honor to serve you and Ul'dah.
Tomorrow you will serve Alamigo and fight for the good of all Eorzea. Am I understood?
Yes, Your Grace.
Oh, that was so touching. That was incredibly touching. Oh man. Raubahn is no longer of the Flame General now. That makes Pippin the Flame General now, I guess. Wow. Armval is at the age of an age with Fordola, both of them born Alamigo. One never wanted his Garlean blood, and the other tried to become Garlean but could never be. Similar yet opposite, which would go some way to explaining the tension between them. I want to see Fordola in her cell again. I went to see her. She did turn the tide of the battle of after all, and I thought it was only right to thank her, but she wouldn't listen. She said neither wanted nor needed my gratitude, and that I should go away. I don't know if I'll ever understand her. Yeah, well, that's her. So, in a nutshell. You have to rain right now? For fuck's sake.
Thanks for shielding us from Lakshmi, you two. If you hadn't been there, the rest of us would be worshipping her by now.
You're kind to include me, Lise. But we both know who did most of the work. I could scarce keep track of the battle, let alone land a telling blow. No shame in admitting it. The Warrior of Light has put far better men than me in the shade.
You sell yourself short, my friend. Come on.
Did I mention that I encountered the Sultana in the palace? It would seem Her Grace has come to Girabania to oversee the final stages of her relocation project. She was in search of General Aldin, and I directed her to the rooftop garden. I do hope he was still there.
Are you in the habit of gossiping about the affairs of royalty, Master Leveilleur?
Oh shit.
Certainly not, Your Grace. I was merely informing my companions.
Be at ease, Alphino. 'Twas only a jest. But I must yield the floor to Raubahn. He has an important announcement to make.
As of yesternight, I have been relieved of my post in the Immortal Flames and the Syndicate both.
Wait, what?
I shall be assuming my father's duties. And may I say that Tizona has never felt heavier upon my back.
Twould seem I am in need of employment. Mayhap one of my old acquaintances can introduce me to a mercenary company or some such.
You may be getting on in years, father, but you'd struggle to find a band of sellswords who wouldn't snap your hand off. Your remaining hand.
Did you really have to go there?
Yes, the bull of Alamigo need not be put out to pasture just yet.
Your Grace has developed a wicked edge to her humor. And you, Pippin, would do well not to laugh when the future may hold the same for you.
Yo.
So, does this mean you're staying?
Aye. That seems to be the way of it. I would be glad to aid you in rebuilding our nation, if you'll have me.
If, he says. Welcome home, Raubahn.
Come on, give the motherfucker a handshake. Not a... or a hug, not a handshake, come on.
Well, that was unexpected. Though you seem distinctly unsurprised.
I may have had a little hand in this.
Either you are more astute than I give you credit for, or I'm losing my touch. In any event, one thing is certain. Alamigo will rejoice at the homecoming of her dearest son.
Cool, very cool. I'm happy for Raubahn. It's something he's been working for a long time, so... Pippin, you have a lot to look forward to, my friend. I'm assuming his responsibilities without delay, lest our rivals, both inside and outside of Ul'dah, treat his dismissal as a window of opportunity. Rest assured, they'll find Tizona's edge just as sharp in my hands. Good. Raubahn? It seems my road has come full circle. I appreciate the support you showed for my earlier decision. Overruled though it was. I've asked enough of you, Samir. My only words for you now are those of the gratitude. Lise must be overjoyed to know that General Ellen is staying, though I suppose I shouldn't be calling him General anymore. Yeah, it's General Pippin now. Raubahn is a veteran of 100 battlefields. Lise couldn't ask for a more reliable ally to have at her side. Yeah, he'll definitely be the advisor she'll need to become a most worthy commander of... Well, that's to be determined still. I am assuming she's going to be the leader of Gyarabania. You know, there might be like a political leader, but she may become like the like the military leader in some case. So let's see how that plays out. And things about time I headed back to Rogger's Reach. What's next for all of you? Elize will be eager to hear of the recent events, so I shall join you if you have no objections. Welcome to the company, Samir. Why don't you come along to Rogger's Reach as well once you've said your farewells to Nanamo and the others? Yeah, I'll be right behind y'all. Upon completing of this quest, you'll be able to access the palace's rooftop gardens by speaking to the royal menagerie attendant. That would be so cool. It's a great place to be able to go take like photos and stuff like that. That place is really beautiful. Alright, nothing new here. Alright. See you, folks. The tent? At least it's at the barber though. Okay, well, whatever. Alright, so this will be the end of the Legend Returns. And quite fitting, Raubahn has returned to Ala Mhigo proper now. We brought this freedom with blood. That's our friends and our enemies. I'll be damned if we're going to give it up again. There she is. Well, here we are again. Elfiano has regaled me with a thrilling tale of hidden treasure troves, meeting betrayals, unlikely allowances, and joyous homecomings. It would seem I missed everything. I was patrolling the palace grounds with Thancred and Y'shtola when we heard the reports of a primal in the throne room. I honestly doubted my own ears. As others have said, we were lucky to have our Echo-blessed champions nearby this time. But we'll need to keep a closer eye on the Kalyana. You can say that again. This whole episode has reminded me just how far apart our kinds still are. It looks like the centuries of fear and mistrust really can't be washed away in a day. But someone has to make an effort at reconciliation if these conflicts are ever going to end. Naturally, a lot of people are crying out for vengeance, but I've been doing my best to calm things down. Violent reprisals will only lead to more summonings. Indeed, violence will ever beget violence, as the Empire has learned to its cost in recent times. In any case, summoning Lakshmi was the Broodmother's doing, and whoever replaces her might not be so keen on the idea. We'll just have to watch and wait. Which isn't to say we won't be putting the safety of our allies in the Vira and M tribes first. I plan to have Resistance scouts keep track of the Kalyana's movements at all times. My parents will be relieved to hear that. What are your plans for the rest of the Resistance army out of interest? Are we to prepare for Imperial counterattacks? That'll be a question for the Resistance newest recruit. A military commander far more experienced than me. What, the Bull of Ala Mhigo? We call it an army, but the Resistance is really a collection of smaller independent groups. And when Conrad passes command on to me, that authority only extended to the freedom fighters based in Malgra's Reach. He just happened to be serving as a Resistance spokesman at the time, and needed someone to take over the role while everything was in disarray. But that time has passed. When I speak with the other leaders about reforming the army under the new government, I'll be nominating Raubahn as the overall commander of our forces. He has more experience than the rest of us put together, and we stand to learn a lot from him. Indeed, he is in all respects the ideal choice. Assuming he accepts the post, Ala Mhigo will have had a formidable weapon to its arsenal. And given the progress of Nanamo's resettlement initiative, I see great cause for hope. The seeds which were so carefully sowed have begun to quicken, my friends. I like that. We tend to our promises and watch as Ala Mhigo blooms. Ala Mhigo blooms. Yep. This is great. Detachable arm up. Is this we got a minion for him. All right. That is the end of patch 4.1. And the quest involved with that, but there seems to be a little bit more. Ooh. What is going on back in Kugane? Seksu. I do give thanks to the kami that my makeshift raft withstood the fury of the seas. But there the generosity ends. Without coins in our pockets for new attire, we are doomed to look like so much jetsam. Oh, woe betide them poor men in a city of rich merchants. You have friends here, you know. Really? These dumplings are delicious. Will you have one? Yotsuyo. Are you actually being nice? What is this? More sweetbreads. I surrendered my blade to secure what few coins we have. It's like talking to a child. What, did she forget her memories? What fate saddled me with this burden I shall never know, but I am alive, and I must return to my master's side. Seems his wounds are not fully healed, though. Come, Suyo. We shall find a ship to carry us across the Ruby Sea. Just ask Hancock. You got allies here. She doesn't remember who she is, does she? She doesn't remember. And he called her Suyo. Oh my god, she doesn't remember, does she? Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace. Back in Garlemald proper. Have you read the reports? First Doma, then Alamigo. Then Lord Xenos puts to the sword. Do not believe everything you read. I heard the Voiceover was merely wounded, and that he has already returned to the capital. Naturally, the savages beat their chests and boast loudly of taking his head, regardless. Nay, Lord Xenos lives? Bullshit. Deplorable. Their own officers should be fooled by yours and misinformation. Small wonder the provinces have begun rising up in rebellion. We must prepare an official, and above all, accurate announcement to quell these earnest rumors. He's blind to his own people. They would wage war with empty words. Then the produced device's remains. Then we shall soon put the lie to their claims. What? Who's this? Who's that? I'm so confused. Okay. That is The Legend Returns. The next patch is the rise of a new sun, which is going to focus on our friends in Alamigo, or Kugane, or Doma, rather. We'll see how things play out there. The next time we do main story stuff, we'll do, I'm planning to stream again tomorrow to do some of the side content stuff. So like I mentioned, I want to get these two things done, and I realized the Ruby Princess stuff is not as long as I thought it was. So we'll get this one done first, and then we'll jump into this and get that done tomorrow. And then we'll see about doing some other stuff. I definitely want to try and get, if we have some time, we'll actually even do some maybe the Bard side or job quests, just because I'm getting that to level 70 and I'm so close. We have some other ones to do obviously as well. I still have Paladin and Samurai to do, so something to look forward to. Depends. I'm going to be farming a lot of the main scenario here, and I'm going to be getting a lot of experience points that way, so it's something to look forward to as I level up my other classes here. What did let's see. Yeah, just the 7 classes. Okay, cool. So yeah, that'll do it for today, I guess. It's 30 minutes before the FanFest starts, so I'm probably gonna end it off here and get ready to watch that. So hopefully we get some nice, cool. It's a long event though. More details. How long is the event really? 6, or that's 9 o'clock my time to, oh my god, 6 to 3 a.m., which means 6 hours and then another 4 hours on top, so it's 10 hours long. Wow. Well, definitely not gonna sit through the whole thing. We'll sit through at least the keynote address, which is 2 hours long. And yeah, so that's my plan for today. So yep, that will do it for today. I'm glad I actually started a little bit early and got that done. And yeah, we'll pick this up again tomorrow. I'm gonna stream a little early, just again to get before the second day worth of events. As he reveals, yep. So that's the thing I want to do. From the venue. Okay, so yeah, the keynote address is what we want to really care about. So I'll look at some of the other items later and see. But yeah, we'll see everyone tomorrow, probably around 3 o'clock Eastern, 3 or 4 o'clock. Yeah, like let's say 4. I'm gonna just get it done earlier than usual. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time. Hope you enjoy the weekend, and thanks for watching.